Ohio's channel for news. Serving Ohio for more than a decade, this is Ohio Today from ONN.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for Ohio Today. I'm Matt Horn. Let's get started with a look at Ohio news now. A Fairfield County Jail inmate escaped out of a window and tried to run away. A group of officers caught up with James Lee Payne. He faces felony escape charges and he could serve 5 more years in prison and pay a $10,000 fine if convicted. The Army Corps of Engineers will continue to search for human remains and caskets that surfaced at a central Ohio reservoir. So far, 10 caskets have been found and 4 of them contain human remains. And the Cleveland Cavaliers clinched the #1 playoff seed and a home court advantage in the Eastern Conference after a 102-92 win over the Philadelphia 76ers. The Cavs will face Boston at home on Sunday, and that's a look at Ohio News Now. A Fairfield County Jail inmate is back behind bars after a brief taste of freedom. James Lee Payne faces new felony escape charges after he jumped out of a jail window and tried to run away. Take a look at this video. You can see Payne making a phone call, and then moments later he takes the plunge, jumping out a window and running around the bend. A group of officers were not far behind. The sheriff says the escape is evidence of a long-time problem.
We have a jail that is overcrowded. We have a jail that is old, that needs to be replaced. And anytime you have too many prisoners confined in an area, you're going to have more of a chance of having instances.
Now Payne faces 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine if convicted. A Toledo man is in jail this weekend accused of firing more than 40 shots at police officers. It happened Thursday night. Now neighbors say the suspect, Christopher O'Leary, has been known to open fire on his property in the past. At this point, police say they don't know why he targeted officers. However, no one was injured and police did not fire back. Now O'Leary faces 4 counts of felonious assault on an officer. The Army Corps of Engineers will continue to search for human remains and caskets that surfaced at the Alum Creek Reservoir in central Ohio. Parts of the old Cheshire Cemetery turned up as water levels at the reservoir dipped. 10 caskets have been found, with 4 of them containing human remains. The Delaware County Health Department says there is no substantial health risk, but that's not very reassuring for people who use the lake.
That's what scared us and sparked our interest to come down here and look, because now I know where we won't be anchoring the boat and swimming around.
Now, back in the 70s, workers relocated the cemetery during the reservoir's construction, but the original cemeteries were lost, making it hard to locate all the caskets. This is actually the 3rd time coffins have washed to the surface at this Alum Creek location. Now, this is video when they showed up back in 1991. In news outside Ohio, a Sunday school teacher in California is in jail on suspicion of kidnapping and killing 8-year-old Sandra Cantu, whose body was found in a suitcase in an irrigation pond. Melissa Huckabee was arrested last night after about 5 hours after she drove herself to a police station. Huckabee is expected in court on Tuesday. Now, Sandra disappeared on March 27th, and on April 6th, farm workers draining an irrigation pond found the suitcase. And in sports news, the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Philadelphia 76ers last night, clinching the #1 playoff seed and a home court advantage in the Eastern Conference. LeBron James scored 27 points, helping the Cavs win 102-92 at home. No team has played better this season than the Cavs. They're 38-1 at the Q, with their only loss coming against the LA Lakers back in February. The Cavs face Boston at home on Sunday. Whether you're teeing off or heading out to Easter brunch, looks like the rain will stay away. Your forecast is next. Plus, how to choose the right trees and shrubs for your yard. This is ONN, Ohio's channel.